The third thing that came forward is our attachment to value. We have these sticky fingers that come in like little children. They love the flavor of the chocolate syrup. And they want it to stay on their fingers. They don't go wash. Well, that creates the stickiness, right? When we go and we see something that we value, whether it be money, time, intimacy, relationship, clothes, things, cars, fancy cars, having credit cards, having this surplus of money in the bank account, an attachment to value. We're taking sticky fingers and we're saying, I want to attach to you. I'm going to put these threads of attachment and cover you with me. And then you belong to me. You're mine. This is a natural learning process. Our cultures have taught us to stay in that limited thinking process. What we're learning as we grow and we mature is that when we attach to many, many things and create an attachment of value to these things, to having these things as attached to us, that we are actually allowing our life force to simply bleed away into those things. And that is a universal and natural law, that movement of energy would happen. But how do we shift that? How do we release the attachment and still maintain a flow of energy that allows us to continue to progress in our day-to-day lives? This is where some of the principles that I spoke of earlier come into play. Recognizing that everything is sentient and everything is energy that has collected into a structure, and that structure has gained sentience. Money is sentient. It is conscious of itself. It is seeking to be seen and acknowledged for what it is. Now that sentience is not looking to have sticky hands all over it, because that masks who it really is. It wants to be acknowledged for what it is. It is an energy form that is transient and temporal. It exists in moments, in flashes, and then it disappears, and then it reappears. That is its nature. And it wants to be valued. It wants to be acknowledged for that. So when we allow things to be as they are, and we develop a relationship with what it is in its sentient state, and we acknowledge it as a spirit structure that stands next to us but is not us, then we can break bread with it and say, I value you. I see you. And I can give you my love and my compassion and my understanding, and I want to share me with you. Money wants to share itself with you too. It wants to be seen for who it is. This changes the dynamic of attachment. It changes it into a structure of relationship as opposed to one of ownership. So when you devise that you are going to charge a client for something, come to it with the understanding that money is going to sit between you and disappear and reappear and disappear and reappear, and that it is of a separate nature than what your soul is providing to the other soul. It's going to add its own piece, and that will be a part of the dialogue. It never becomes something of ownership. It becomes something of fellowship, of community, of allowing the natural and universal laws to allow for the cornucopia of true abundance, that allows for the progressions of the seasons, on the cycles of the moon, and the progression of the earth, and the shifting and the maturing of the fruitless state of ripeness, where it falls from the tree into your hand and is charged and filled with the nourishment that you have given to the plants, to the sun, to the water, to the soil, to the insects, to the worms, to everything that has contributed to that nourishment that you would consume. Money is the same way. It has its own seasons. It has its own cycles. It is its own structure, just like the tree that bears fruit. When we come into this place of shifting our perspective, it's important to also recognize that the mind is not going to comprehend this. It cannot go into a situation and be discerning. The mind is not a tool of discernment. It's a tool of reflection. It's reflection. And it is very skilled at that. So skilled that our cultural understandings have led us to believe that it is the source of rational thought. It is the source and able to discern what is real and what is not. When in reality, it is simply a tool and it's being misrepresented. So the mind, like money, has a lot of sticky fingers on it. And it is seeking to be released from paradigms that simply do not fit it. The heart is the center for discernment. Scientists have recently recognized that there are neurons similar to those found in the brain that exist within the heart, because the heart is our true tool of discernment. It is the place designed by the earth and our soul to make decisions, to be the place where we go to understand what we're doing and where we need to go and what we need to do. The mind is there to assist us in reflection, to help us to see the patterns, to understand third-dimensional physics, third-dimensional realities, and how things move. It's simply a tool, and it seeks to be identified for who it is, so that it can assist the heart in doing what it is designed to do.